Okay, guys, we have a custom knife here to talk about, and you can tell by the thumbnail that I'm not sure. Is this a yay or a nay for me? And it's really weird to me. The thumbnail is not clickbait. Like, I'm not trying to be salacious and get views and stir the pot. I'm truly confused by this knife. As is my brother. This is loaned in from my brother who bought it. He got it. He was unsure about it when he bought it, but he bought it because he wanted to check it out. And I think that's why we buy a lot of things. And he got it, and maybe 20, 30 minutes later, he posted it for sale, which he often does. Because he's really good about his collection. I envy him at certain levels. Like, he has like 10 or 12 knives, and that's it. And they're all knives that he likes, that he wants to carry. He doesn't just keep something just to keep something, right? I keep things just to keep things. Like, I don't know, what do I have here on the table? Like this ZT0450. Do I love it? Not especially. Do I hate it? No. I mean, I like it, but it was my jogging knife. Now I don't jog anymore, so do I need it? No, but it I don't know, right? I hold on to things. My brother gets something, he handles it, he carries it for a day. Yep, I don't like it, I'm not going to carry it, off it goes. So he listed it for sale, didn't have any bites, maybe talked to a couple people. It didn't sell. Later that night, he took it down. He carried it around for a few more days, and he thinks he's going to keep it. So he sent it to me to check out. And now he's thinking he might sell it again, because this is a knife where you just don't know. It's very confusing. Now that I've rambled for a minute, just in case you're not sure what this is a collaboration between Nick Chuprin and Robert Carter, and it's the BBM version 2. And we'll go through all the specs and everything here in a minute. It's kind of an odd looking knife. Sort of. The handle is just very slim and thin back here. So it's almost like, and it does kind of rotate in your hand. Okay? And it's smaller than what I typically carry. But there's things I love about it. I love the blade finish. That kind of stone washed with more of a satin flats. I think it's zirconium pivot collars, but I'm not certain on that. Along with the zirconium backspacer, I think, but I could be wrong. And my brother might chime in if he knows more of the details. Nice Timascus clip. Now, it works great in the pocket. Like, this is a phenomenal carry. Pretty sterile blade. They have their maker's marks on there. So there's Nick Chuprin's. But they're hidden when the blade is open. And there's Robert Carter's. And they're more prominent when the blade is closed. So I do like that. And I appreciate the fact that they're kind of hidden. So it's a sterile blade when it's open and being used. I appreciate that. Now, I will tell you, I posted on my Instagram kind of a slow motion video of it opening the other day. Yesterday at the time of filming. And I tagged Robert and Nick in the thing because I like to do that. And they both reached out to me fairly quickly and said, cool video, glad you like it. They said something. It wasn't just that they liked the post, which is always very cool for me. I'm just some little guy. I got, 1,000 followers on Instagram or something ridiculous, and a few thousand followers or subscribers here on YouTube. So I'm just a little guy. So when a maker comments on my post, or when a maker actually comes into the YouTube comments and actually makes a comment, it's awesome for me, right? That's just cool. Like I've gotten somewhere. I don't know. It's silly, but it's cool. So let's run through the specs on this thing, and then we'll talk a little more about my feelings and my concerns. It's 4 inches closed. It's a hair over 7 inches overall. 3.06 blade length with a 3-inch cutting edge. I believe this is Nitro V. The blade thickness is 0.151. Overall thickness is 0.491. Runs on bearings and weighs in at 3.2 ounces. It carries great in the pocket. It feels okay in the hand. And again, this is all subjective, right? It depends on the size of your hand. I think there's a lot of that. And a lot of the times when people say a knife doesn't work, it doesn't fit in their hands, things like that, that's very subjective. So don't take that as gospel when you hear things like that. Now, it only opens either two-handed, okay, obviously, or reverse flick, spidey flick, whatever you want to call that when your fingers are out of the way. And I suck at that. This is my worst opening, and you guys have seen that on a ton of my videos because I try not to even do it. Although on this one, it's the only way, and it actually works. I just put my finger down here in the fuller groove, and it goes out. Okay? I cannot do it with my thumb, and that bothers me. It's just the angle of the thumb hole doesn't work for me. The angle of the fuller groove, like I can try, I can kind of weasel my way around in my fingers just so, and it'll work. Uncomfortable, difficult to do. While I don't mind single opening types of things like the Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser, the only way to open it is with the thumb stud, or two-handed, of course, right? There is no spot to do a reverse flick. There's no way to do anything other than the thumb stud. And I don't mind that. I'm cool with a one-way thing. Or like, I don't know. I don't have anything else. Well, the Griptilian. It's a thumb stud. Or it's a pull the axis lock and flick it open, right? Okay. So I'm good with a one way. But when it's the spidey flick only, and that's my worst sucky method, I don't like that. And it's a little uncomfortable on my finger after a while. So it's not, for me, it's not a fidgety thing. And again, knives typically aren't fidgety things for me. Just depends. In the hand, it gets a little odd. Because the handle is so small, it shouldn't work. But it does work. And it's something that I want to hold. It's a mental conundrum, if you will. Because the fit and finish, the craftsmanship, the quality, spot on perfect. I don't have many complaints about how they made the knife. And I don't even really have a complaint about the handle. It's just it's a knife I want to like. It's a knife I do like. It's not necessarily a knife I would buy or keep in my collection if it was given. Partially because of the handle. I think it's really the handle. The handle looks to me kind of unbalanced. Got a nice, great blade. The blade shape, all that is awesome. The handle, to me, is a little out of play. It's a little out of balance. It's blade heavy. Not in a physical weight thing. Like the balance is good and, whatever. But to me, visually and just mentally, the blade outweighs the scales. I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to put into words. So that's why it's a yay or nay for me. I don't know if this is a love it or hate it knife. I don't think it is. I don't think that's it. And I've talked to a couple other people now since I've posted this a little bit on Instagram. I've had people comment about they have one and they think it's odd also. And being odd is not a bad thing, right? I mean, I get a lot of stuff about the Hellraiser. People don't know what to make of it. This is a polarizing type of knife. This is more of a love it or hate it, I think, knife. So I'm not trying to compare this with the BBM, but this one is just a love it or hate it also, I think. Whereas this one's, you like it one minute, you don't like it the next for some reason. Maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe not. I don't know. I think the build quality, like I said, the build quality, the aesthetics, the look, the feel, all of it is great. It's just an odd one that I can't really explain. So if you have one of these, please give me your thoughts down in the description or down in the comments. Because I'm very curious what the masses think of this knife. Because I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a confusing knife to me for some reason. And I've had a tough time making this video or coming up with my thoughts so that I could make the video. For several days I've been trying to think. I don't know what to say about it. Normally I either love the knife or I don't love the knife. Or it's a great knife, but it's not for me. This is a great knife. I don't know if it's for me or not. Granted, it's my brother's. I'm going to send it back to him. He, I think, as of last night of me filming this, he's on the I'm going to let it go side of the fence, of which I have 2 people that may be interested in it already, so it may be a really quick private sale. Don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I truly don't know if I have ever been in this situation with a knife before. And it's confusing me, and it's odd. So, I would like your guys' opinion and thoughts down below as to what you think if you've handled this, if you have owned one, anything like that. I don't know. For me, I can't make a decision. So truly, the thumbnail was not clickbait or being salacious. It's truly just a conundrum to me on this knife. So thanks for listening to my ramble. Hopefully through the comments section, we can make some decisions and determinations on this very cool, yet very odd and confusing knife for me and apparently my brother. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a fantastic day.